George, do you want to introduce this one today? No? Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be reviewing Someone in My Head by Fat Orange Cat Brew Company out of North Haven, Connecticut. Thank you for joining us. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. Definitely appreciate you checking out this video. Andy in the attic is here. Jay is here. I am Ben. George is hanging out back over here as well. What are we drinking today, gentlemen?
We're going to have that Fat Orange Cat, not the one that's in your background. It's the Fat Orange Cat Brew Company, Someone in My Head, which I hope Andy can describe this can art because it's very provocative. So,
I mean,
let's get drinking.
Have a whole segment of what we think it is.
Meanwhile, Jorge is on the loose.
Yeah, he is. Checking out something back there. I don't know what.
I was about to say, what is got his attention?
He seems to be looking at the AC unit, but it's not on. He does like to look for mosquito hawks. So
that smells really yummy.
He likes to eat those.
Mosquito hawks. I haven't heard that term before. That's a new one.
What?
Never heard of a mosquito hawk?
Heard that one.
You've never heard of a mosquito hawk?
Well, I've seen them, but I've just never heard that term.
What do you call them?
Bird mosquitoes.
I have never heard of bird mosquitoes. Is that a North Alabama reference there? Everybody, chime in on the comments. Is it bird mosquitoes or mosquito hawks? I'm curious. We'll need to bring that up on Discord too.
Yeah, we'll start a poll.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Should be fairly obvious we don't actually script this show, right?
Somebody just got a notification from Alexa too.
Yes.
Not me.
I could have just cut that part out, but you mentioned it, so now I can't. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like this.
This is very good.
Well, let's talk about it. It is a New England style. It's an Imperial New England style IPA, 8.75%. It's hopped up. It's got Citra, Mosaic, Simcoe, and Apollo. And it gives fruity notes with bitter, creamy finish, which I agree with. So they do well to kind of thicken it up there. Now, you said that the brewery, Fat Orange Cat Brew Company, was out of North Haven, Connecticut. And you won't be wrong, but I'll get to why. There's some information behind that. It was originally out of East Hampton, Connecticut. It's currently listed as a contract brewery. They started as a nano brewery there in East Hampton. And on their website, it was funny. It said that their original Instagram and Facebook sites were pulled down and then they were replaced. They had a backup site that they referenced. So I don't know when they started. The first newsletter post from their website is from December of 2015. But when I clicked on it, it would not bring up the newsletter. The brewery is named after Billy, the orange cat, who is they kind of called their brewmaster. It's since passed. In December of 21, they closed to the public and distribute only as a member of a collective called the 12% Beer Project, and that is what's in North Haven, Connecticut. That place has got 20 beers on tap, but it's got multiple breweries that they sell out of there. It was a confusing research. That's why I'm so confused to tell it. I wish I could have brought my fat orange cat up into the attic, but she's never been in the attic. She would absolutely freak out, and it's a big space. I don't want to have to go track her down, and she's loud. I don't know. Ginger cats, talkative bunch. They don't shut up, and this one would interrupt our show.
And let's be honest, there's really only room for one fat orange cat on this show. So it had to have been your cat or my cat, right?
Okay, let's be honest. Yeah. I don't know what is Fat Orange Cats and breweries. When I was with our executive producer, Dwandy, in Birmingham at Cahaba, they had a brewery cat. And it was back there in the with all the tons, and thought it was a pretty cool cat. It was very photogenic, gave me the side profile.
And you pasted those photos up on our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server back when you were there.
I did one of them, yes.
Yeah.
Discord, maybe, definitely on our Instagram page.
Yeah. So if you've not joined our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord, pictures of cats is what you're missing out on at this point. So.
Well, I was trying to get y'all, yeah. Butters, our cat. I think I deleted it because I want to forget about that cat.
All right.
Has anyone had this before?
Negatory.
Nope. I picked this one up in Colorado on my most recent trip there. If I see a can that has an orange cat on it, simply because I have an orange cat, and I know Andy's got one too, it's worth getting at that point. So that's why I grabbed it. So solely based on the can art, because I'm not bringing back a DIPA for the show otherwise. So
that's the only way you bring it back.
Yeah.
Very unique can art for sure.
Yeah. So with that, Jay, why don't you go first?
Since you don't have an orange cat.
All right. Yeah, I know. I feel so left out.
You're the only one who hasn't had an orange cat.
We go back to the secondary criteria here.
Yeah, no, that's just fine. You guys can keep your cats.
How about you give us your impression of the can art?
It's very unique. I'm curious as to how or why the cat has stuck his tongue out and looking at this appears to be semi-naked lady or completely naked lady from the looks of it. I can't read. What does it say on the tongue?
Yeah, it says it on your can. DIPA? Double India Pale Ale.
So, and then it says kiss, or no, that's the alcohol by volume, 8.75, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very grainy in the image I'm looking at, so not looking at my can. But yeah, I'll jump forward. This to me is really flavorful. I really like it. You're absolutely correct in the description where it has the heavy citrus notes and kind of that creamy back finish. First sip I had kind of reminded me a little bit of orange juice, and then very heavy on the grapefruit. And I get that grapefruit definitely on the back end. It still just kind of lingers, which I really, really like. I think I'm going to have to go with an 8.5 on it. I'm really surprised and pleased with this. It's very good. Thank you, Ben.
All right, Andy, what say you?
So can art. I would like to point out, I like the, it shows the collective place, the 12% beer projects. I thought that was pretty cool. 10, 2, and the 12 with the percent. The can art, I mean, you got some celestial bodies in the middle of the eyes and the irises, and then the woman's going through it. The name of the beer is Someone in My Head. Cats love their owners, and it's just the cat thinks the owner is it's stars and sky and moon. It's everything. So it's just in awe.
Why they got to be naked? I mean, come on.
I mean, the cat wanders around the house. Maybe the cat's naked. I mean, the cat walks around naked, so maybe it's like, it's shower time. I don't know. Cats are weird. They just want to sit there and creep around and look at you.
Cats are weird.
So that is my impression. First, I thought it was licking stamps. So what is, or tripping on it? It's about to take some acid.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I
thought. Maybe that's why. There you go, Ben. Yeah, we're onto something. Yep. It's taking a hit, and it's going on a little trip. Someone in My Head.
Yeah, that's my interpretation of the can art.
Problem solved. I just kind of.
There you go.
This is such a huge citrus flavor to it, Jay. Great description. Starts with the orange juice, ends with the grapefruit juice, which would explain that bitter finish. It's really good. I just after several sips, it's a lot of citrus. It's like juicy juicers and citrus. So I wanted maybe a little more. I guess it's more juice than hazed for me, although it's got a great color. I'm gonna go 7.5. I don't know if it's the grapefruit at the end, but I think it's more citrus than I was wanting.
All right. So yeah, I think this one's easy from the fact that Jay, your comments about the orange and then the grapefruit are 100% accurate. It's just, that's what it is, and it's pretty obvious on this one. I feel. I think though the word that really hit me when you said it, Andy, was creamy. I mean, I almost would go so far as to say buttery. It is just that mouthfeel is just real smooth and creamy, and I really like that aspect of it as well. I think I think all in all, it's a really good beer. I like the citrus, and I like grapefruit, so that fits for me as well. So I'm going to end up in the middle. I'm going to go an 8 on this one. I think it's very tasty, and would love to have it again.
Nice.
Andy, are you playing with your flocculence again?
I couldn't find any. I was looking for it. I was shaking
it's
the can.
In the bottom of your glass. I don't have any in
remnants.
my glass. Yeah.
Did y'all see some? I didn't see any.
Thought I saw some.
No, it was a reflection, I guess.
Yeah. There's a dot. There's one dot.
Dirty glass.
Face hole. You talk about my glassware like that.
All right, that is going to be an 8.0 for the Someone in My Head from Fat Orange Cat Brew
Company. Yeah.
I want to say club for some reason.
No, you got it.
You're doing great.
Anyway,
keep going.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a fun beer, even though it's from what appears to be a smaller brewery. I think they definitely produced a quality product here. I think we all have enjoyed this one a lot. Some of us more than others, obviously. But George didn't get to have any, of course. Definitely appreciate you checking out this video. Come by and say hey on all of our social media links. They're all down below in the description. Hop on into our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server and come chat with the three of us, the others who have joined us. And, we've got lots of cat pics to share there. So come check them out. If you have any interest in any Hopped Up Beer Review merch, Jay's got some stuff he's going to show off there. And we've got some other stuff out there. Go check it out. The link below. And lastly, be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell if you have not done so already, so you can be notified of all of our stupid cat videos in the future. For Andy in the attic, Jay, and George, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Who's a good cat? Who's a good cat?
Jorge.